Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So in this video we're gonna move on with our first step in the UI, and that is student. This is part 1 of student because I guess this is part 1 of the whole UI thing. Yeah, so let's just open the main UI and let's see where we're at. Alright, our UI is a little small, so first of all there isn't so much in this form, so we're gonna change that later on. First thing, let's start with this first tab widget. Alright, so first of all, the whole project thing or the whole UI, the main UI thing is gonna have a menu, a side menu in here. So this should be like this, and this tab widget of student needs to be in another tab widget of these of the 4 sections. So we have 4 tab widgets, 4 sections. Alright, each section has its own tab widget, but we are not gonna have that main tab widget not just now, because it's just gonna we just gonna have to squeeze it in here, and it's not gonna leave room for us to simply design comfortably. So first of all, let's have our sorting function in here. So in this table, first of all, let's just change these things. In the table we have, alright, let's see, we have the first name, the last name, the belt, the birth date, and the enrollment number. So first name, last name, no, last name, the belt, the birth date. By the way, this is how I did it in the original project. So I took a picture of the UI of that project on my screen on my phone, so I'm taking the information from there. I don't have a second screen, so you're gonna have to be patient. So the enrollment number, alright, okay, so first name, last name, belt, birth date, save. Here we're gonna do, next thing, we're gonna select the layout. What is the layout? Yes, it's here, and we're gonna do break layout. Why? Because I want to add some combo boxes in here. Go to form, widget box, I guess. Yes, so I need some combo boxes in here. Combo box, and I need a button. Push button. So this first one is gonna be default as class name, you're gonna have, yeah, it's just class name. The others will be loaded from the database in the code section. We have another combo box of, what should this be? This should be default for belt. Yes, it's belt color. Okay, so let's have these here. This push button will be sort by. All of this need to be changed from the property editor. The size or the minimum height is 50 pixels, I guess that's what that stands for. You're gonna have to remove this, and let's just hope they all line up when we okay. So layout grid, this is what I have done. I went to layout and hit grid, and there you go. So anything you don't understand, anything that is confusing, just make sure you slow the video, or if I'm talking a little slow, fast forward with the video. YouTube has that property or feature, ability or function. Alright, so we are done in the first tab. The second tab is where we are gonna have to change the form. So let's just delete this form. Alright, let's delete it. Now it's gone. Now we have an empty page. An empty page, and there is, I don't know why is this, but everything that is relatively empty, like quiet and silence, empty page, white page, if you want to do sketching or something like that, it always seems intimidating. I don't know why. Yes, guess that's why people like to get loud sometimes. Silence isn't, yeah. Okay, so what's next? So let's just have some things in here. First of all, let's just have those pull, add, edit and delete buttons. I'm gonna have to create a, not a combo box, but a group box. A group box is what I need, and I'll need a lot of those. I thought I already got one. Alright, so the first one wasn't. Okay, so let's name this, let's name it controls. Let's have it tall. It's not tall, let's have it the width increased. Okay, so next thing, I'm gonna need a line edit. It's so boring, this. I hate the UI, to be honest with you. So just fast forward with this. The UI actually isn't something to enjoy. I guess this is why they made this. No wonder front-end developers get paid a lot. The UI is such a boring thing to do. So this placeholder should have the control number or the enrollment number. Alright, we need another. Okay, so now we need functions, or we need buttons in here. Let's just copy this one, Control C, Control V in here, and I am gonna need like 4 of these. 1, 3, 4. We're gonna need 4 buttons. That's British. Okay. This should be the delete button. This should be the update button. This should be the add or create. Let's just do add, and let's go with pull, push, and let's select all of these and have the size or the minimum height 50 again. Let's do 60 and let's do 50. Let's change it to 50. Yeah. Okay, the minimum and the maximum as well. Alright, and let's do the same for these things. Is it selected? Yeah, do the maximum and the minimum is 50 for those things. If they bother us later and we need more space, we're gonna make sure to make them smaller. But yeah, so this thing as well is gonna need some spacing or some making this thing small. This should be first of all, let's just make this grid, and let's have it equal to, let's make its width. Okay, this, I have a small screen. This thing is like really bothering me. Let's delete this thing. Yeah, I want it. First of all, let's calculate how much this is, and it is the width, it's 451. I only need the maximum size to be 400, but let's make the minimum size is equal to it's 350. No, it's not that. Okay, these buttons as well. This one is 89, 98, so they need to be at least 110. That's the minimum size, and let's make the maximum size 110 as well, so we have no overlaps in there. Okay, this thing I guess should be now if you see, it's centered. Those buttons are centered, so we need to have like a minimum width for this whole group box in itself. Yeah, this size is good. I like this size. So how much is this? Or how much is this? This is a 901. So let's make it 900. Let's make the width 900. So now you can resize it, and the height is 101. It's 81. Let's make it 85, and let's make it that it does not resize again. So now, and this, by the way, if you make the both of them the maximum and the minimum width size, that is not, it can't be resized, and you make this whole thing as grid, it then controls the whole main window size. You're gonna know what I'm talking about later on, but let me just do a couple of other things and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's make some things, or some other things that go with this. We're gonna need a first name, last name, birth date, location, address, etc. So let's have those, and let's have another group box. I'm gonna need a lot of those, by the way. So let's just bring all of them. So group box, and let's copy these. Let's copy these one, this one, these one. That's Latinos. That's these one. Okay. So here I'm gonna have just I'm gonna have personal info, I guess. Alright, so this should be let's copy this line edit in here. Let's resize it. Yeah, I copied it from there, and it has a minimum size, I guess. Maximum size is 400. This should be 9999. and the minimum size as well. Oh, this should have first name, alright. Yeah, we are having this problem of we're gonna need a lot of space. Okay, so I have first name, last name, and I have the birth date in here, and the birth date should be yeah, it should be date edit. Alright, the size of this needs to change as well. Or let's just have all the things that I need, and then I'm gonna resize them later on. So I'm gonna need the birth location. Okay, let's just change the placeholder of this thing. So just to make things clearer, alright? So this is the birth location. And I have a combo box down, alright, below that one for have a combo box here for sport type, and the minimum size, there is no minimum size, so we just resize it. And this is, it says sport type, my friend, not build color, so sport type. And I'm gonna need build color as well, so I might as well just add it in here, right now. Yes, it's already what I want. Next, I'm gonna need the picture, and this is a label. The picture, by the way, is gonna change in the code, so the label just needs to be white for right now. For the moment, I'm gonna have this label, I'm gonna call it picture. If I can type it, I'm gonna do the change style sheet, add source background image, no, background color, and that is white. Alright, so yes, this is the image, not that perfect, but it's gonna work. I need no title for this combo box. Let's just name it picture. Alright, next I am gonna have a button, and this is called alright. First of all, it doesn't have a minimum size, and it doesn't have a maximum size as well. And this is called photo, and I need a line edit for the path of the picture. Control and the okay, this is not the birth location. If I can change the placeholder of this thing, is the picture path photo. Just make it look like this. Let's change it. Change this to home. Okay. Save this. And let's add something else. So I have the first name, last name, the birth ID, no, the birth date, the birth location, the sport type, the build info, and I have the build color, the build required date is what I need. Next, that's gonna be just down here. I'm gonna alright, I'm gonna have to resize this whole thing. This is a because it's the date, I'm gonna use the date edit. So this is the just in order for me to remember these, I'm gonna name them. So date edit birth date, and this is date edit build acquired date. Let's just do that like that. Save. So we have build color, the date, we have the picture path, the picture itself is a label, the photo button. Next I have the parent info and the contact info. So I'm done with this section, and then we're gonna move to the layout of this whole thing. So first name, last name was the parent, another line edit for that. Okay, first name, last name, and this is the job section or line edit. Alright, next we're gonna have the address and the phone, and those are themselves line edits. So this is really easy. So this is the phone, number, and this is the address. Okay, I'm gonna have some labels in here, or it doesn't actually, it's not important. Oh no, okay, so let's add it's group box. This is 1, and let's name it parent info. Let's remove this. It's still let's cut this from here. Let's add it in here, and there we go. Parent info. Let's copy this one. Let's paste it down here. Delete this, and I have this. So you, in the other hand, you don't have to go with me through all of this. you just have to copy and paste this. You are not gonna find this in the description. It's a way of new YouTubers to make sure you have actually watched the video and you have went with my explanation. So yeah, it's a pitch move, but okay, so contact info. Alright, so let's just select this contact info. I have been recording for 25 minutes, so there is still some time. So let's make the UI or the layout and call it a day. Or you know what, let's just call it a day for now. So we have this. Let's just make this whole thing like layout grid, and let's see what's gonna turn out of it. Okay, so it's messy. Yeah, it's messy. So let's just do this layout. Let's break it. Or let's just Control Z or Control Z where it came from in the first place. So yeah, let's call it a day, and let's see you in the next lecture, inshallah.